Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. I am Chelsea. Now you know that, and I obviously know that, but let's go ahead and get into it. So today we have the pleasure of attending what I'm pretty sure, everyone wants to attend at this point. We will be attending an iGenius opportunity call, or what I think is an opportunity call. I'm pretty sure it is. And it is quite deceptive, dumb, hilarious, delusional, and just downright silly. Before we get too far into today's video, let's go ahead and take a moment to talk about today's sponsor, Surfshark. Thank you, Surfshark, for sponsoring this video. Surfshark is a VPN service. Y'all know that I am all about not only protecting myself, but encouraging y'all to protect yourselves in person and especially online. Not only regarding not falling for scams, not getting schemed by the boss babes, but also protecting your personal information too. If you haven't used a VPN before, you really should. Surfshark VPN, which stands for Virtual Private Network, keeps your online identity safe by protecting all of the information that's going from your device to the internet, to the interwebs, if you will. Now that keeps your personal data secure and safe from online criminals, the scammers, but then also from big companies as well, so that they can't see your personal information. Also, a VPN can change your location as well, or rather you can change your location. So let's say that there's a show that you like on a certain streaming service that you can't watch in your location, but you could watch if you were in the UK or in Canada or vice versa. So you can simply just change over your location to wherever you want, and then you would be able to trick the internet into thinking that that's where you are, and you'd be able to have access to any of those shows or apps or services that are available in that area and not in your area. Surfshark has over 3,200 servers, and that gives you access to and the ability to unblock content in 100 countries, which is pretty crazy. You can have it not only on your desktop, your laptop, your tablet, but also your phone as well. That's something that's really important if you, let's say, don't have the best service somewhere, you don't got enough bars, and you're like, you know what, let me go ahead and link up with the free Wi-Fi for wherever I am. But the thing is that could put your personal data at risk. So by having a VPN on your phone, you're still able to use that free Wi-Fi, but you're extra protected from all the creeps that could be also using that network to try to get you. Surfshark also has a clean web feature that blocks ads, trackers, malware, phishing attempts, and I don't mean phishing. That's me casting and reeling in a big one. I mean phishing with a PH. People trying to send you links, get you to click something, scam you. It all comes back to the scammers. And with Surfshark's alert antivirus search, you can monitor your personal data, check for potential breaches, perform scheduled scans, which is always very important. So I think it would be just swell and a really smart move on your part if you use the code CCSUAREZ at Surfshark for 83% off. But not only 83% off plus 3 extra months free. That is a little ridiculous. So that's CC Suarez when you sign up with Surfshark, 83% off and 3 months extra free. That's crazy. You got no reason not to do it. Be protected. I'm not trying to have you be hacked, because that's embarrassing when someone takes over your Instagram account and starts posting about crypto and trying to scam all your friends. So not only protect you, protect your devices, protect your data, protect your other friends from being scammed by a scammer through your account, and use that code CC Suarez at checkout with Surfshark and get 83% off and 3 extra months free. Thank you, Surfshark, for sponsoring this video, and thank you to you guys for supporting my sponsorships. That helps me so much, and I appreciate you so much. I have had quite a few people, Jasmine Lee Ward included, say that I am misogynistic. Why, you might ask? Surely not because I make my content regarding consumer awareness and consumer education for my primarily female audience. No, of course not. It's because mostly the people in my videos are women. I was about to say females. Ooh, I was about to sound like the Fresh and Fit podcast. But because most of the people I put in my videos are women. Do you wonder why? I'll tell you why, don't you worry. Because most of the people in network marketing are women. It is a woman-dominated industry, if you will. Unfortunately, we're the big old dum-dums that get sucked into it most. So, in light of me hearing that accusation that I'm misogynistic, of course, duh. Girl, if I was misogynistic, I would want you to fail. I would want you to be scammed. Therefore, I wouldn't make this content. We will be reacting to Rakan Khalifa today. Good old Rakan. Or the Bank of Khalifa, the Bank of Rakan. I can't remember what he calls himself. I heard himself call him something like that once. It was disgusting. So he is at the very tippity top of iGenius, which is a multi-level marketing company that apparently is for financial literacy, or a financial literacy program. It's a scam, in my opinion. Downright silly. So we're going to go ahead and listen to him say the same thing over and over again, essentially, for an hour and a half. Grab a snack, get a full drink, and it's okay if you have to take potty breaks. I'm probably going to have to take potty breaks. Full disclosure, I've already filmed this video. And I don't know if you know this, but if you know anything about YouTube filming things like that, most all DSLR cameras, like most of the ones that most content creators film on, like my Canon, only film up to 30 minutes. So then you have to stop, or the camera will stop, then you start again. It's all multiple clips for videos. Usually I have Ethan can insert maybe the average that he would say I have for each video, but I'd say I probably have 3 to 4 clips per video, and then thank God for Ethan. He's able to edit it down and make it all make sense and really make me a lot funnier. Thank the Lord. I don't know what I'd do without that man. Having said that, it had stopped filming, and then I guess I just didn't press the button to have it keep filming. Doesn't make sense. So yeah, I've basically already filmed this whole video, and then I realized that I only filmed 30 minutes of it. I don't know how that happened, but it done happened, okay? So like I said, get yourself a snack, I have little parm squares down here that I cut a entire wedge into little squares. And my pink lemonade, because I'm a big lemonade gal right now. And let's get into it. So we're gonna have to skip into, I believe it's 5 minutes into the call. And I already know, yeah, because they don't even do anything for the first 5 minutes. So we're gonna skip to 5 minutes in. And then also we're going to put it on 1.5 speed because he talks so slow and it's just ridiculous. There are almost 500 people on this call. Yeah, 500 people.
100 people on this call. Drop in the chat where you guys are tuning in from. I want to see where we have the most people. From what country? Let me know in the chat. We got people from all over the world. I see the Netherlands. I see Egypt. I see USA. I see Turkey. I see Kazakhstan. I'm seeing everybody today. Awesome. Mauritius, New York, Netherlands, California, Denmark, Poland, Italy, Belgium, Egypt, Saudi Arabia, USA, Slovenia, Sweden, Egypt, California, Canada, Puerto Rico, Jamaica. I mean, is there Somalia? Is there anywhere that we're not in yet? I love this. So look, my friends, we're gonna be together for some time. And I'm really excited for this call because I haven't done a call like this for some time. And I want you to understand that today's call is going to be different. It's going to be different. We're going to talk lots of things about money. So if money does not interest you, this call is not for you.
Is that girl in the top corner in the Apple store? Looks like she's just hanging out at the Genius bar. That's strange.
I was there for almost 5 years now. And it's crazy because I can tell you one thing. I know it's cliche, but cliches are cliches because they're true. This industry has changed my life. I came to Canada 7 to 8 years ago, with just a dream to be my dad's engineer. Any people here that their family wanted to be engineers, doctors, lawyers, any of the above? And if you're not a doctor, lawyer, any of the above, you're like a disgrace to the family.
So your family wanted you to be a doctor or lawyer. They had really just high hopes for you. And now you're on a call to join a multi-level marketing company. That's not good. Never in this call does he talk about it being a multi-level marketing company. They never really say network marketing. And then also, just because of how the opportunity is framed, it really seems like they didn't promote it as it is an opportunity call. It really seems like they promoted it and marketed this call as a way to get into investing, or do you want to know how to make money online? Do you know how to do this? It's very deceptive, obviously. Sorry, that took me way too long to say. I'm so out of it today.
You're no longer belong to the family. Good. I say a lot of people. Good. I mean, and people saying Middle Eastern style. I don't think it's a Middle Eastern thing. I just think that's a normal thing. I feel I know parents that are other religions. British parents, though, they don't care what we do. I love that. I love that for you. Well, my Arab parents really cared. So it wasn't the coolest. Because I wasn't good in school, I always felt like I'm a failure. I always felt like I had something that's holding me back. I always had self-limiting beliefs about me learning, right? I've always had some self-limiting beliefs about me. Okay, well, I'm not good at school, so I'm not good at studying. See, all these things happened. All these things happen because at school, you're designed to learn and go to and put it on a test. Learn, put it on a test. Learn, put it on a test. And the issue is, in life, that's not how it works. In real life, that's not how it works. Now, if you're a doctor, engineer, you need to be going to school. You need to be able to get that degree because, I wouldn't want a YouTube doctor to make some surgeries on me. Just me being transparent. You can keep that YouTube doctorate to yourself and your family.
It is really funny that he's talking about like a YouTube doctorate, or like basically not shaming, but kind of saying that like learning things on YouTube isn't valuable. First of all, that's my job. Second of all, I've learned everything I know about YouTube, about any algorithm, about anything like that, about how to film, how to hook things up, how to edit, all that. And yes, I don't really edit my own videos now, but I did. And I'd say I was pretty okay at it. I learned all of that. Podcasting, anything from YouTube. Anything that my husband knows about cars, fixing things, building things, which he's ridiculous at it, he's learned from YouTube. Or not necessarily from YouTube, but like by looking it up. Right? We're very like self-taught in that manner, and you can be self-taught, and you can be very successful with it. And I think having that knowledge and being able to like be self-motivated and learn how to do things and teach yourself how to do things is a very valuable attribute, if you will. And the funny thing is, stay with me, is that he's saying that, like, obviously being a doctor, no, clearly, but he's saying that like you can't do that. Meanwhile, when it comes to trading, investing, learning about markets, you can learn about all that for free on the internet. I've made quite a bit of money in the stonks and with investing, and everything I've learned on the internet for free. Go to Investopedia, great resource. Trillionaire Mindset podcast on YouTube. You can go watch their channel from the beginning. It's very helpful if you watch from the beginning. They've taught me a lot. They taught me about buying options. It's real good.
I realized early on that I need to take a different route. A lot of people are taking similar routes. Everybody in my high school, all engineers, doctors, business. Well, not really a lot of business people. Engineers, doctors. Everybody. So I felt peer pressure from people around me that I had to be this person. But I was not good at school. I wasn't getting accepted for an engineer. So I had to sacrifice a little bit to get to where I wanted. And I'll tell you something. I'll never forget whenever I first signed up, I had so many self-limiting beliefs. Can I do this? Can I do this? Is the first one. This sounds too good to be true. This doesn't work. All the things that you guys will be thinking today, I promise you, I felt it. I promise you, I heard it. I promise you, I have told myself all of that. So I just want to make sure that today, we're all on the same boat. If we're all okay with everything I said, just drop okay in the chat. And if you allow me to pour into you today, give you some knowledge. Make sure I educate you in my way, in my 5-year experience. Just let me know in the chat. You guys give me the okay to be truthful and to say nothing but the truth, because the truth will set you up.
It's real weird that, like, why are you asking questions? Obviously, they're rhetorical, and it's just the way that he speaks. But you're asking questions. Everyone's on mute, as they should be when you're presenting something. Thank God they got that right. However, this is like so limiting to the point where they've made it so that, I don't know if y'all could see in the beginning, the person who recorded this will put it up on screen too, but in the chat, it's not like a group chat. It's just to where your question and stuff only goes to him and only he can see it, which is gross. But then again, with like 500 people, I could understand like that would get a little bit crazy. Still though, it's just very interesting. Also, yeah, the truth will set you free. However, there's not a lot of truth in this call or really in what he's going to share.
Or single. either free or single, I don't know. So sometimes... That was funny. I'm glad that was recorded. So look. I have so many questions in my head for you guys, but I have answers as well. I'll tell you guys something. Here's why I got started into investing. How many of you guys are seeing the prices around us right now? You know how you know the prices are bad? Cardi B is talking about it. Why is Cardi B talking about prices? Does she not know people make 30 grand a year? Is she not okay? She's making millions. So if she's talking about prices, we got some issues, my friends.
I'm going to try not to pick on like the way he phrases things too much, because like there are some things where he says something and I think that he purposely says it like wrong to have it be framed in a certain way, or for it to make more sense to the people who are watching this, basically so that he can manipulate whoever is in here. But then it's just very weird. But then also there is the language barrier. Like English is not his first language, and his English isn't bad at all. So I don't want to pick on that. But it is interesting that he's like, why is Cardi B talking about the prices? Which I assume he's meaning inflation and the cost of goods and how that is rising. Valid. Also, though, it's interesting that he said that and he's like, oh, well, she's a millionaire. Yeah, anyone who makes money can talk about inflation. I mean, it affects everyone unless you're a billionaire, which Cardi B is not. Cardi B is also someone who has been very, very, very vocal about the government and the IRS being corrupt and like our healthcare system being complete BS. And a bunch of other things. Like, she's very vocal about that stuff. That's one of the many reasons that I really, really like her. But yeah, she's very vocal about all that. And yeah, she does make a lot of money. It doesn't mean that her opinion in it isn't valid. I mean, if she was a billionaire, sure, like, shut up. But, you know.
It's about to be backed. And I'll tell you guys something. Just watching what's happening in the world right now, I don't want to say it gets me upset, but it does, because I know a lot of people, they have talent. A lot of you guys on the call have talent. Very smart, very intellectual. A lot of you guys don't know it yet. I didn't know the talents that I had up until I became a part of the community, up until somebody believed in me, up until I had a mentor. So we have a lot of issues that's happening right now, and I want to make sure that we're talking about the issues. Are we okay with that? Let me know. Why is this too big? This is a little bit too big. Let's see if we can make this smaller so you guys can see it. Is this better? I think this is better, right? Let me know in the chat if this is better. This was bigger than the bigger one. The bigger one was too big. Yeah, good to go. Awesome. Let's talk about some stuff. Let's talk about the problem, my friends. See, the problem is, here's the problem. Many people are dealing with financial stress. Can we all agree? Maybe it's not you, but we know people around us. And at this uncertain time, it's difficult. Whether they stem from, a couple of things. Number one, it may be because of escalating debt, right? It may be from inflation. We talked about inflation and Cardi B talking about prices and living costs going up. It may be you're seeing your parents have a lack of money solutions. How many of you guys you love your parents so much that you're seeing them struggle and you want to do something about it? You want to make sure that I want to be the factor, that I want to be able to change that, and I want to be able to, okay, well, let me be the factor to change. I see a lot of people that are the same thing. Good. So, and we are realizing right now, and you can ask a lot of experts in the markets, that, see, the biggest crash of our generation is expected to come this year. Now, you guys tell me in the chat, would that be a good thing or a bad thing? Let me know. If the biggest crash in our generation, because a lot of you guys are my age, in our generation happens this year, is this good or bad? I see a lot of people saying bad, some people saying really bad, some people saying really good, some people saying both. I love, Jasmine said, depends what side you're on. I love that.
A few things. Jasmine, yes, I'm pretty sure that's Jasmine Elizabeth, the one who was at the top of WFAB. Work from Anywhere Boss Builders. Oh my God, who came up with that name? Probably Jasmine. That name sucks. Jasmine is at the top of WFAB, which has been allegedly crumbling, which is hilarious. And allegedly, Jasmine has been funding her life, her facade, if you will, by men, the boys, I guess stripping and escorting. That's all alleged. I don't know that to be true, but I find it hilarious. Not because of sex work. Sex work is real work. That's the oldest profession in the game, baby. However, it's hilarious, because it's a facade, obviously. So there's that. And WFAB is under the Game Changers team, which Game Changers, Rakan, this buffoon talking, is at the top of it. So there's that. Also, just the way that he speaks, his vernacular in general is, how do you say, exhausting, obnoxious. I hate it with every fiber of my being. Most of our generation, most millennials at least, who I assume that's like the age range that's on this call, I guess, yeah, elder millennials, but then like younger as well, elder Gen Z, if you will, they typically will remember the, crash of '08, I guess, is that when it was? And that bubble bursting. That was the worst. That was absolutely awful. And from what I have heard from very, reputable people is that we all keep saying it's going to happen, it's going to happen, it's going to happen, right? The housing market's going to, it's a bubble, it's going to burst, it's going to go back down, it always does. But what a lot of people have been seeing and saying is like, oh, we already are in like a recession, but it was kind of like a soft launch of a recession, and it's not going to be as dramatic as before, or traumatic, hopefully, but because of the COVID relief and how all those funds were shelled out and just to keep people afloat, because that's usually what happens first is the jobs and then the housing market. So that's typically what happens, but thank God because of the COVID relief, jobs are okay. So yeah, I just think that's really interesting. But again, you can use that little pain point there of having people who remember how bad that was previously, use that as a pain point to get them into not only that FOMO mindset, but also the like scarcity mindset of being terrified, like, oh my gosh, well, I have to be ready. I have to be like, okay. And I have to be able to survive this time. Being in an MLM is not a way to survive it this time. So please just know that, because that's spooky.
Let me explain to you why Jasmine said depends where side you're on, because there's two sides of the equation.
Because there's two sides of the equation. Because one person is scamming and taking advantage of people who are not in a great financial situation. And then there's the people who are not in the good financial situation. Which one do you want to be? The scammer or the scammed?
A benefit of the situation, and then some people, they're going to really get hurt on the situation. You want to be in a position where you're going to win from the situation. So I need you guys to write this down. This is some studies. I want you guys to write this down because this is how you're going to adapt. So if you have your pen and paper, let me know in the chat. Just drop writing in the chat. I want to know if you guys are really ready. Awesome. So here's number one. I want you to be able to be solution focused. How many of you guys know people that are panicking right now? I'm talking panicking. I'm talking I'm afraid. Doing a lot of things that are not logical. I see a lot of people in the chat agree with me. Awesome. You want to be able to be solutions focused. Here's my problem. You get a pen and paper. Here's my pen and paper, right?
It's very interesting that he's using the word logical when most of the things that they say in this call aren't necessarily logical.
You're going to open up the paper, the notebook. You're going to write down, here's my issue. My issue is a lack of money. My issue is I don't know how to invest. My issue is I don't know how to build an online business. My issue is I don't know if I'll be successful. You have to write the issues down. You have to. Somebody said I am that type of person. It's okay. This is why you're on the call. We're here to help. So make sure you're adapting. Make sure you're getting creative, right? And I'll answer a lot of questions at the end. I have a question. Is this invest? No, I'll talk about investments idea. But let's focus on solutions. I want you guys to focus on solutions right now. So we said adapting. So what is adapting? Okay, do I understand money? No. How can I learn about money? Awesome. Am I getting creative? No. So how can I get into a community where it can push me to be creative? Okay, so am I trying new things? Not really. I've been doing the exact same thing. So I have to understand this. I have to write this down. So that's number one. Number two, I have to pivot quickly. My friend, time is not on your side. Right now, this second is the youngest you'll ever be. And I want to tell you guys something. I appreciate a lot of you guys being on this call because I know time is valuable. See, for me, I don't care about money. Time, don't waste my time. I'm big on time. And I want to make sure that within this hour that we'll be together, you have the best, advice you can get from somebody that has been through the steps that you want to take so you can take the correct decisions moving on forward. So number one, talk about solution focus. Number two, pivot really quickly. Number three, learn how to create an online income. How many of you guys believe you cannot make an online income? Drop it in the chat. Wow, that's a lot of people. Why? Why do you believe you cannot make an online income? Because I'm like that. I'm like that. A lot of you guys don't know how to begin. Nobody in my family do it. I just see it on social media. Okay, what else? What else? Of course you can make an income online. Okay, I want to make an income online, but in a halal way, absolutely beautiful. I have no mentor. I don't know where to start. I believe I can, but I don't know what I did. A lot of scammers. Very good. Okay, so let's dissect all of these. Number one, I don't know where to start. That's fine. I didn't know where to start either. Number two, somebody said, oh, I don't have a mentor. Listen, I didn't have a mentor either. Number three, a lot of scammers. This is in any industry, by the way. You have to learn how to differentiate, right, real from fake. And to me, even if you invest in something and you learn after from it, it's better than not trying at all. Because it's going to be tough if you never try. It's going to be tough if you never try. And I want you guys to understand this, right? I want you guys to understand this. So, all these limiting beliefs, it's all limiting beliefs in your head.
So he just said that it's better to have, like, this isn't like better to have loved and lost than never have loved at all. Like, sure, we can look afterwards and be like, okay, it's better that, you know, I at least now I know, like, I learned a lesson. Like, yeah, learning a lesson is great, but losing your money, your time, your friend circle, your pride, all that, like, no, that's so silly. That is so silly.
It's going to be tough if you never try. And I want you guys to understand this, right? I want you guys to understand this. So, all these limiting beliefs, it's all limiting beliefs in your head. Every single one of you guys can figure this out. That's like one before.
You can figure it out for free on the internet without being scammed and without spending money to do so, and without joining a multi-level marketing company or a commercial cult or a cult in general.
You have to learn how to think of smart investments. If you have just a little, you can start an online business within $300, $200. You got to be smart about it. You have to think of smart investments in the beginning of your life.
You have to think of smart investments. You can start an online business with $200, $300. You can, yes. However, joining a multi-level marketing company is not starting your own business, but you absolutely can start an online business with just $200 to $300 for sure. You can sell digital products. You can sell like courses. You can sell digital art. You can sell a service that, you know, coaching service. You can admin work for people, virtual assistant work for people, data entry, things like that, and do more so like freelance stuff. You could get into investing. You could invest $200. But the thing is that none of those involve getting started with an MLM, which again is not starting your own business. And it of course is possible to like incorporate and do stuff like that for like $200 or less, something like that. But my thing is like, if you are going to like invest, if that is what he's talking about, smart investments, if you're going to try to do that, why instead of taking just $300, let's say I have that, why not educate yourself, look it all up, figure out like, okay, what is a good investment right now, and put that $300 into the stock market. This is not financial advice. However, my actual financial advice is if you are investing $300, you better be okay with losing $600. Okay? Don't invest more than you have. Don't be dumb. Why would I give over $300, $200, and $99, however much money, into an MLM where I'm going to keep having to pay every month and recruiting people? And like, that's not actually passive income. I don't just watch that, right? I'm like going and going and going and working and wasting time and putting more money into it. Why would I do that when I could just invest every month, right? And actually like do what they say they do.
A couple $1,000s. You're not thinking, how can I invest my money in something? Your best bet is how can I invest my money into you? Into you. How can I get the courses? How can I learn? How can I get the communities? How can I get into bigger circles? How can a mentor mentor me? This is the money they're going to be spending on. And number 5 is join a community. I'm telling you right now one thing. I'll tell you the story. I shared this on a podcast, and this mentor of mine, he's an Arab billionaire. Yes, with a B, my friends, a billionaire. I don't even know how many zeros in a billion, but he's a billionaire, right? So watch this. I sit down with him. We're there for, he's one of our customers, and we're helping him, invest and stuff. And he's really smart, so he knows what he's doing. But he just likes to automate things, and he loves our AIs and stuff. And he's sitting down with me. We're in Dubai for 3 hours talking. You're sitting with a billionaire for 3 hours. You're gonna learn a word or two. Trust me, right? I'm sitting down and I'm asking him. I'm like, so how did the first billion come around? And he's like, Rakan, I invested $100,000 to join a community. In this community, I met somebody that introduced me to somebody that made me my first $1 billion. So do you think the $100,000 was worth it? You guys tell me, would you guys spend $100,000 to make $1 billion? Let me know in the chat.
Yeah, duh, but none of these people on this call have that much money to lose, potentially. Like, that's such a dumb question. And also, that's not what they're doing. They're not going to make $1 billion in this MLM. Also, just because you, talk to someone often doesn't mean they're your mentor. Like, I just can't stand how in the network marketing industry, they're always like, oh, I'm mentored by this person. No, ma'am, Tony Robbins does not train you. He does not mentor you. He was hired to speak at an event. He doesn't mentor you. The company paid him to basically do a seminar, and that's it.
Okay, well, don't be naive to think that, okay, well, I want to be a millionaire without spending money. Right? You can't be that naive. You have to be smart with where you're putting your money, right? This is important. And here's my solution for you. I'm going to give you my solution, what I've used. Now, this may not be for you, but this is what I've used to change my life. And thousands of other people all over the world. So listen up, my friends. The solution is we have a company called iGenius. And iGenius helps you kind of solve your money problems. That's kind of important. And a lot of the things that we do is we teach people how to think differently, rather than relying on the old-fashioned ideas.
No, you don't. You brainwash them and fill their heads with this hoobly-goobly nonsense. What does hoobly-goobly mean? I don't know. I just made it up. Most likely, like, he's making all this shit up. Also, how ironic is it that he has a Einstein quote on there, when Einstein would have definitely not joined an MLM?
Right? We help you getting into cutting-edge technology, something that you won't see just online, something that you can't just Google. Some companies.
Something that you can't just Google, but you can. You can get much more valuable information for free.
You have to be a millionaire to be a part of. We're going to give you access if you're a part of our community, right? And there's a couple things that I love that iGenius focuses on is education. We talk about education a lot, right? We talk about education a lot. Number 2 is tools. I'm going to provide you with tools today. How many of you guys watch like wars and history?
How many of you watch wars and history? You got like a live stream of Ukraine going on right now? What are you talking about? My God.
We're very good with creating tools for their warriors. That's why they were one of the biggest empires in the world, right? They were very good. The Ottomans, they were very smart. When they wanted to take over Constantinople, they had to come with different tools. They couldn't come with the tools that everybody had. So for you, my friend, I don't know, you're not in a war. Well, technically you are, because there's a lot of people that want to make money online and you're battling. You're not, but I believe there's abundance in the world and there's infinite money. And you can be a part of this. So, but you need the right tools. Number 3 is research. How many of you guys would love to have somebody do the research on your behalf rather than you doing all the research? Number 5 is partnerships. Partnerships. See, partnerships has made me millions of dollars, my friend. Millions.
It's not partnerships that have made him a lot of money. It is recruiting people into a multi-level marketing company. It's really frustrating that they haven't talked about recruiting and haven't talked about it being network marketing. He's just saying that iGenius is the solution. iGenius is not the solution to you getting money. iGenius is the solution for you spending money and being stuck.
Because I partner up with the right people. And then number 5, and the last one is opportunities. We'll talk about opportunities in a bit. And I love this Albert Einstein quote that says, we cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we used to when we created them. So here's what I love about iGenius. We're the only US-based, publicly traded, owned by a publicly traded company in the world that do what we do. Only one of us. What does that mean? What does being owned by a publicly traded company mean nowadays? It means, my friends, here's what it means. It means that everything that we're doing, it has to be checked upon, and InvestView is on the stock market. It's legit.
You know what other company was on the stock market, was publicly traded, was seen as legit? Enron. There are many companies out there that are companies that are publicly traded. There are many companies out there that are arguably scams that are publicly traded. iGenius is not publicly traded, but they are owned by InvestView, which is publicly traded. And they just try to act like it's so safe. It's so safe because it's publicly traded. No, that doesn't make any sense.
Ryan, on the stock exchange is legit. Thank you very much. I like you. Ryan, I like you. You understand the game. Now let's talk about what iGenius does. In one markets they specialize in. There are 4 markets. Well, actually, there's a lot more, but mainly 4 markets they specialize in. I want you guys to write this down, especially if you're not aware of, these financial markets and stuff. Number 1 is the Forex market. See, simply the Forex market is the selling and buying of currencies. I leave Canada today. I go to the States. I'm going to exchange my Canadian dollar to the US dollar. And by doing that, I either lose money or gain money depending on where the dollar is. That's the Forex market. Now, Rakan, okay, I understand that, but how would you make money off it? If you can figure out when a currency is going to go up and down based on what's happening in the world, you can make money out of it.
When people act like they can make a full-time or even a side hustle income off of trading Forex without recruiting people into your scam, it is so laughable. It's sad.
Now, let me tell you the bigger plays. The bigger plays are the banks. See, 80% of the Forex market is run through banks. They're playing a game they're not allowing us to play, my friends. Me and you have only 20%.
But, that doesn't have anything to do with you. They try to act like the banks have all this money, but, we need to get that money. So, Forex. Yeah, you got it. You got it. Good job. Good job. I'm about to fall asleep, y'all. I have been dreading reviewing this call because he makes me want to go night-night.
But listen, 20% of a couple $1 trillion is still a lot of money. So we can capitalize on this market and allow understanding and investment through this market. Let's talk about crypto. How many of you guys are no longer fans of crypto? You're fans of crypto when it was going up. When it's going down, no more a fan of crypto. I don't like this crypto thing. This Bitcoin thing, too volatile. I know so many people that used to preach Bitcoin so much, and then right now, because Bitcoin is down, you know what? It's too volatile for me. I'm still a fan. I'm a super fan. Awesome. 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 Buy when everybody's scared. Very good. Very good. Very good. What else? What do you think of Bitcoin? What do y'all think of Bitcoin? It's time to invest right now when it's down. Very good. We're in the crypto winter, but we'll be out soon enough. Very good. Still a fan. I used to be a fan, but I'm scared now. Okay. There's technology that has changed the world. Absolutely. Not a scam, but it's a volatile market. Okay. To some people, Bitcoin is like gambling. I guess that's a opinion, I guess. Okay.
I mean, investing is gambling. It's never a sure thing. So yeah, it could be seen as a form of gambling. I mean, and that's a valid assessment there. An apt assessment, if you will. I concur. Do you concur? I concur.
Just makes you understand, you have to learn how to, it's uneducated. Our best friend, okay, it's the future. I love that. It's very lucrative and a lot of businesses are using it. Very good. It's a game changer. Love that. Competition to traditional fiat money. Absolutely. Governments are overprinting. You go, girl. Jasmine killing it today. Well, look, I'm a believer in crypto. I'm a believer in Bitcoin. And you got to understand that it's a new form of decentralized digital assets. Like the world is changing quick. Y'all remember how fast COVID changed the world. I promise you, it's just only a matter of time before crypto changes the world. It's already changing the world. A lot of institutions, they're understanding right now, understanding what's happening. We're in the winter phase. This is where people get wealthy. The next wave, when we hear, oh, this guy turned to a millionaire, this guy turned to a billionaire, is going to happen through crypto. But it's people that are investing right now, not the people that are investing at that point. And yes, you can start with any amount of money when you understand what's happening in the markets. Now, the NFT market, I would say, is a sub of the cryptocurrency market because it's run on the blockchain technology. And who remembers these monkeys that were getting sold for millions of dollars?
They were apes. You weasel. They were apes. So he's talking about the Bored Apes, which were NFTs that were like all the rage. NFTs is a screenshot. It's a JPEG. You can argue with me and be like, oh my God, Chelsea, no, it's not. Like, you're so uneducated. No, I'm quite educated in it. And I understand that if you have one as your profile picture, you're a loser. Stop. No one cares. No one cares that you bought a JPEG. It's embarrassing. And I am someone who loves art so much and would die to have my own actual art collection. I mean, we have 2 pieces of the goods, but I would die. I would love it.
Snoop Dogg bought one. Yeah, there's many people. Snoop Dogg, Justin Bieber, I remember. There's so many people that bought the ape. It's called the ape. I think it's called the ape. Eminem bought it. Awesome. I don't know how y'all keeping up, but all the rappers, man. So that's gonna, in my opinion, the first phase of the NFT market. It's not the end phase. It's not the end goal, right? It's not the end goal. There's going to be a different version of the NFT market. But by the way, you can actually, you can really make a lot of money if you understand the NFT market by flipping NFTs, holding some projects, just understanding what's happening. And last but not least, the stock market. Now, everybody should know the stock market. If you don't know, it's just, a stock market is you're buying shares of any company like Amazon, Google, Facebook, and then you can buy bits and pieces of them. And then you can trade them, you can do a lot of things with the stock market. So this is major financial markets that everybody should understand. So far, so good. Am I doing okay so far?
I love how he just breezed by NFT and stock market because I feel like it's really not what they focus on and what they shouldn't, honestly. I mean, with stocks, I don't know. I feel like with stocks, I think it's harder to get into because you can't really buy a portion of a stock. I mean, you could, but that's just a lot more difficult. But then with crypto, you can buy a very small portion of a whole token, of a whole Bitcoin, whatever. And then with Forex, it's cents here and there is what you would get.
Still like me, or did we start with the hating part? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. We're good so far? I'm new to all this. I appreciate the explanation. No problem here.
I know he's trying to be facetious and funny, but it's it's a weird thing to say to people.
No, brother, you're doing great. I appreciate you. Love you too. Somebody say it depends. All right. Very realistic. Thank you. I love you too, my friends. I see a lot of love yous in the chat. Love y'all. Wonderful. Love from Pakistan. You're chill, bro. Appreciate you. Your inspiration. Appreciate you. You are doing great. Appreciate you. Okay, let's move on. Don't let it get to my head. Don't let it get to my head. All right. So let's talk about some benefits. Who wants to make some money? Let me know in the chat. Who's ready to do 2023 big? All right. So Here's 3 things I want to focus on with you guys so we can have this synergy and we can make money together, right? Listen, I'm not a fan of making money by myself. I want people to make money with me. I'm in the mood to have 1,000 exotic cars downstairs waiting so we can go chill somewhere and just, that's what I love doing. I'm going to be focusing on with you guys today. The first one would be the education. The second one would be research and alerts. And the third one would be AI, automations, and some partnerships. I want you guys to understand what I'm about to talk about because it's going to be key. If you have a pen and paper, write things after me. Rich Friends Vibes. Yes. Your name is Snizia. I'm sorry. So your name is a little complicated for my air tongue. But let's talk about the first one. Here's how I got started in this platform. Listen to this story. So I remember it was yesterday. I was working at a place that a lot of you guys don't want to work at. It was a very low point in my life, and I was looking for an opportunity, but I was juggling through jobs. How many of you guys were juggling through jobs? I'm making something here, anything to get $1, anything to just get anything, right? And I've done so many jobs in my life. That last job was, I'll be honest with you guys, it was a nightclub, and I was a busboy there. And in the nightclub, right? I used to, YouTube some videos, but it's complicated. Your YouTube trading, there's so many charts and so many things and nobody helping you.
So he worked in a nightclub, and so did Dre, and so did Jasmine. Did they all work together? Because I think Jasmine had previously said that like her boyfriend worked in the hospitality industry as well.
And nobody helping you. There was no sense of community. I just did not understand. It's currently working in a grocery store. Nothing wrong with that, I promise you. I worked in worse places. But listen to this. This is how I changed my life, right? First of all, I was never, ever afraid to say no. And never afraid to ask questions. If I see somebody that I would love to learn from, I'd ask them a question. Even if they say no to me, I'm okay. I'm not afraid of rejections. And I want you guys to be the exact same thing. I want you guys to make decisions for you.
So always ask questions, but what happens when you've joined the team and you start asking questions? Are you ignored? Do they answer you honestly?
So when I met a guy at the club, and I'll never forget, I was cleaning his table. And I'm like, but what do you do for a living? You look like you make money. Right? And he was like, I'm in the financial markets. I'm like, bro, I've been wanting to learn, but I feel like it's so complicated. I don't have money. I don't have time. I'm working all day. He was like, you just gave me 4 excuses. And as long as you have these
no one who actually like trades would say, I'm in the financial market. There's always so many red flags of like what you can say or what you hear people say. And it's just, yikes. Like if someone was to say like, I've invested well. I'm in the financial markets, or I work in finance. Like if you're a broker, you could say I work in finance. I feel like that's what most people say. These types of people who are in MLMs, they can't tell you specifically, like it's illegal for them to tell you exactly how much money they make or to make those types of claims as like a marketing tactic. So they can't tell you, I make this much money, come work for me, or come work with me, or join my team, because there's not a guarantee that the person you're recruiting is going to make that much money. So that would be a false claim and false advertising. And then in turn, they could sue you or the company, which I wish people would do, but they don't for some reason. So what can they do? They can show you how much money they, quote, must be making because of what they have. So they're going to be talking about traveling all the time. They're going to be talking about being in first class. They're going to talk about paying off all this debt, rarely, but they're going to talk about the nice cars, the clubs, the bottle service, the whatever. They're going to do all that to try to market to you and prove to you that they make a lot of money. When in reality, they're just spending money that they most likely don't have. No, thank you. I don't want to do that.
excuses, you'll forever be broke. How many of you guys, if somebody tells you that, you'd be heartbroken? Like, damn, this guy's really an asshole. Like, this guy, I'm like, Doc, brother. But he was speaking the truth. Some of you guys, somebody needs to tell you the truth. A lot of you guys, people are lying around you. Oh, you're doing great. Oh, it's okay. Oh, life is hard. Wake up. Wake up. He was right. I kept giving him excuses. He didn't even tell me what it is. I just gave him all the excuses one shot because I was afraid. And he's like, listen, I want you to come to this event, and I want you to learn. And this is exactly what he's speaking about. This is the first product I fell in love with. And it was the education. And it broke down into a couple, we kind of evolved over time.
So you got scammed. You got reeled in by the glitz and the glamour. Yoinks and yikes. Oof.
But at that point, it was one university, which is called the university, and I just fell in love with how simple the education is. Simple education. And it broke down into 4 different parts of the education. The first one was Money Pro. My mind wasn't understanding money. A lot of you guys do not understand money and do not understand that there's a game of money. Yes, my friends, it's a game. It's literally a game. I kid you guys not. It's a game. Once you understand the game, you make a lot of money. So we have a product called Money Pro that makes you understand the game. That's number one. And then I moved on to number two, the second course. It was Market Pro.
Investopedia, Investopedia, Investopedia. You can learn everything. I'm not joking. Everything that he's talking about right now on Investopedia for free. For free.
The best thing I know in Chinese is, what's the meal called? What's a Chinese meal called? I don't know. Did I just forget all the Chinese food? I eat.
This is so cringe.
Dim sum. Okay. Thank you, guys. Pho is not Chinese. See? An Arab guy with the name of Masood saying pho. Brother, that's not Chinese, brother. Brother, lo mein, awesome. Chow mein, awesome. Yeah, that, right? This is how I didn't understand. I just didn't understand. But Market Pro helped me from zero. Go up to only like 10%. Just 10%. Just understand the basic knowledge of trading with simple videos, couple minutes. It wasn't like these long 3 hours. I can't do the 3 hours. I go to school, I sleep 3 hours. I just can't. I can't do it. This helped me within a couple minutes to understand just the first basic, the fundamental, 10%. And then I moved on to building a bigger foundation, which is the university, which is the product I fell in love with, right? And it provides education when it comes to all the financial markets. And it starts from I would say from 5%, right? So you learn from Market Pro, and then you move on to university, and this takes it to 20 to 30%. Now, how many of you guys, maybe sometime want to master trading? This is where you have access to a community of traders. I'm talking 30 plus, all languages, English, Spanish, Arabic, Italian, I don't know, Russian. I'm talking so many languages that you can learn from German from these experts, and you can interact with them. So see how you guys are talking to me in the chat? You can do the exact same thing with them. How cool would that be? Is there Portuguese? Yes, there's Portuguese. How cool would that be?
How cool would it be if you were able to scam people in other countries and other languages? Great, right?
To talk to a trader. That if you want to go one-to-one with them, it would cost you thousands of dollars. It's expensive, right?
One thing that's interesting, though, is it's weird that they're still allowed to have this learn live aspect on here, because I thought, I could be wrong, but I thought that IM Academy, which is basically the same thing, I thought that MLM had to take down all of their saved recordings and stuff because they got in trouble about regarding it, because those people weren't qualified. I don't know. It's so weird. It's so weird.
So these are the applications that I learned on, and then I moved on because I believe in knowledge is power, but applied knowledge is power. How many of you guys agree with that?
Still, nothing about recruitment.
I just believe, applied knowledge. Yeah, there's also French. There's so many languages, my friends. Any language that you think of is available. Don't worry about it. I believe knowledge is power, but I believe applied knowledge is power. So here's what we did. This is how smart we are. Listen to this. I'm going to fluff my feathers a little bit. Listen to this. So listen to this.
I'm listening. Stop telling us to listen. It's all filler words. It's so annoying.
And we said, listen, each of you guys will have a chat or a channel where you will do all the research and give it to our members for free. How cool is that? So if you want to be expert in the forex market, there's so many, I'll show you around, so many channels just focusing on forex. You want to be crypto, so many channels just on crypto. You want to be stock market, so many channels on equity. That's how we mastered the game. That's how we became one of the biggest in the industry. It's the truth. People are like, wow, I'm not only learning, I'm applying what the experts doing, so by default I'm getting results. And this is how it started. So we have 3 or 4 different parts of the research and alerts. So the first one was called Forex Thrive. So Forex Thrive focuses on the forex market, as we talked about. And this is an example right here. So these are all the signals right here. You see them? These are all the signals right here. And this is how signals come. And this is how you can, enter it on your phone or your laptop, whatever, so you can make money with the help of our experts, of course. Now, this is the best way of learning. You're learning and then you're applying the education. So these are channels, as you guys see. It's going to be impossible for me to go into each channel. As you can see, there's a lot of them. I want to make sure I'm staying within an hour time frame, so you guys, love me completely after the call. So that's the forex one. Let's talk about the crypto one. Similar things. You have a lot of channels for crypto. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 crypto, right? 9 crypto. And then they have research and alerts, and this is pretty much how it's being sent. Zoom in if you want. This is kind of how it works. And then, of course, the education of it, right? I'm a friend. Just leave. I see a lot of questions in the chat. Just leave. I'm going to have 5 minutes just for questions. I'm going to answer everything. And then, have a guest speaker as well that she's going to be speaking for 5 to 10 minutes. Trust me, it's going to be amazing, right? So last thing is the equity market. Same thing. Channels, you mimic these channels.
Okay, we're just gonna skip a little bit forward. AI automation, we've already talked about this, how it's not actual like AI. I've had a few people reach out to me about automated investing thing that they do, about how it like took money from them and it's real sketchy. Just yikes. I guess they have more than just Indotech. It's some other ones they use.
We talk Krypton and crypto leads for crypto. And as I see, I can go for hours talking about partnerships, but there's so many from traveling. If you live in the States to that, we have.
Okay, it's just so much. It's crazy. So it's like traveling stuff, AI automation, education. I don't even know what the Wonderlust is. Body Pro. Do you know what Body Pro is? It's Vemma. You remember? Come on, I know you're getting flashbacks to dorm room energy drinks. Vemma was an MLM that was shut down for being a pyramid scheme. And now they sell their products through companies like iGenius, which is hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. It's so funny.
That we have CoinRule, which you can create your own AI. We have, health and wellness stuff like Body Pro. There's so many partnerships that I can give you guys right now. So now Apollo AI is accessible to all. Yes, it is. There's so many things I can talk to you, but I just don't want to go through 3 hours. Just understand. There's a step-by-step system when you get started. Here's number 1, here's number 2, here's number 3. We're going to allow you to utilize the whole, you're not going to take 2 days to figure this out. It's going to take some time, but we have a system. We have people to help you just step by step to take your things to the next level, right? Take your things to the next level. So is AI only for elite? Crypto elite is only for elite, the rest are not. Now, we got to talk about why investing, but let me just reiterate for one last time. Let me know if so far you're understanding what I said. If so far everything is good, just let me know in the chat. If you guys still like me. Let's double check if y'all still like me. Y'all still liking me? Are we half? Are we half? Are we half liking? Still love you? How can we not like you? I appreciate you.
I want to see how many people are still in this call. And then also, how are you not in presenter mode? He's just like going through the slides. It's one of my biggest pet peeves when people present, not being in presenter mode. Gross.
I don't like you too much right now. I appreciate it. Somebody said not yet. Okay, cool. I guess. Somebody said 3 out of 4. Somebody said I want to kiss you. I don't know about the kissing part. Let's just keep the kissing outside. I
am so happy that Jessie Lee Ward ditched this guy. They were like blinking for a little bit, I guess. But dear God, and that says a lot that I'm like, she's too good for him. I feel like weirdly protective of her. Ugh to that and ugh to him. He's gross. Thank God she's with someone else. But apparently, like, he's scammy too. I don't know what's happening.
Still like you. Lots of value, bro. Appreciate you. Super good. How can I get started? I will talk about how to get started soon. We're getting close to the secret. There's no secrets. No secrets, my friends. As Robert Kiyosaki said, investing will get you to millions. Yes, my friend. All right, so look.
Investing well could. But that is not what you do in an MLM. You do not invest well in an MLM.
All right, so look. Here's why investing. See, learning the right trading skill sets can allow you to kind of make a lot of money in the financial markets. It's the truth, right? So a lot of the times you can't do all of them, but if you focus on one, you really master it, you will be really good at it. Extremely good at it. And listen, have you guys heard of somebody that got really rich without investing? Let me know in the chat.
I know a lot of people who have done very well without investing. Initially obtained their wealth not through investing, and then increased their wealth and supplemented their wealth by investing. Absolutely possible to get rich without investing, for sure.
Have you heard of somebody that got really wealthy without investing? Somebody said Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson is broke right now. Look how much money he's making. One lottery. Yeah, I mean, the lottery is different. But statistically speaking, almost 70% of these people commit suicide after. Good point. See, I'm a little smart. You don't make millions by being not smart. Somebody said Andrew Tate. I don't know about Andrew Tate, brother, but...
Yikes, Andrew Tate.
All these people, Jay-Z, Logan Paul, and all these people are investors. All these people invest in money. So you have to be starting to invest in understanding.
It's funny that they said Jay-Z because, like, yeah, but also investing in different businesses. I mean, I guess he didn't specify it. Investing into Bitcoin stocks, things like that. Because, yeah, I mean, there are a lot of rich people who have, their hands in the financial type of investing. It's just interesting that a lot of these people they're naming are not involved in MLMs. And then also a few of the people they're naming are, like, con men, basically.
This market to create wealth for you in the long term. So I'll ask you guys a question. For everything I said in the last 48 minutes, how much do you think this costs? I see $5,000, $10,000. $1,000, $2,000, $7,500. Should be over $10,000. Somebody said it's for free. I wish. $10,000 to $50,000, nothing under $1,000, $800. Okay. Do we need to raise the prices? I think we do. I think we need to do. So I see a lot of people with the higher prices and no, we don't have anything $10,000, my friends. But here are 3 separate memberships that every single one of you guys can get started on. Right? Depending on what your needs are, you have different sets of membership. So you have the select membership, the premium membership, and the elite membership. Listen to this. Now, the select membership is $299. Somebody said, oh my God, this is so cheap. I know.
Oh my God, this is so expensive. Now, one thing that's interesting, does he mention on there? Yep, it does in the corner. It says $174.99 a month. It doesn't say plus that a month. It just says that a month. So that's very interesting and gross, but that's expensive. Why spend $180 a month when you could literally open up a Fidelity investment account? This is not financial advice. Hypothetically, open up a Fidelity investment account and have that money put in there and then watch the stonks, watch the trends, and do it.
So you have the 3 packages, and let me tell you the main difference between the 3 packages. Of course, you guys can see them right now. You can take a screenshot of this if you want. So you have the within the select package, it's mainly focused on education and research and alerts, right? If you're not looking for any automation, the select package is perfect for you. It's a good starting package for you, because any membership you can buy and you can upgrade after. You don't have to pay the full payment. You can just pay the difference, right? So the select package is $299. You get all the education that we have, and you have the groups and the support from our experts is available there. So that's, the silver package, the select package. Now, these are all one-time payments, my friends. One-time payments. I'll talk about the monthly fees in a bit. These are one-time payment, just one time. Unless you want to pay me $1,500 a month, I would love that. Send money. No, I'm just joking. But no, these are one-time packages. Now, the second package is the premium package, which is $599. Of course, one time as well. And this has a little bit more. So if we're talking about the Market Pro, the University, the Learn Live, the SK System, remember what I told you guys? You can go on one-on-one with a call with an expert. That's available there. With the extra mentorship one-on-one, you can actually, just call an expert and go, listen, I'm confused, bro. Take me step by step to where I need to be. The research, if you're interested in the stock market as well, there's extra channels only for the stock market on the premium package. And then if you're looking for AI technology, this is where you got the premium membership. You have access to Krypton AI, and we wrote GCI. So we have Polo AI and Krypton AI in the premium package, and you have a lot of partnerships. And the last but not least is the most sold membership in our. Can you imagine? The most sold membership, the most valuable membership that we have is the elite membership.
That's because y'all manipulate people to buy that one. And a lot of times, allegedly, a lot of these teams and people in this company are trained to only offer this elite one. Like in WFAB, they were real desperate. They're always desperate, but they were real desperate about a month and a half ago that they were actually offering the $299 one for like first time ever. So crazy. Absolutely ridiculous.
$1,500. $1,499. Now this has all the education. Extra mentorship, you have the SK101 membership. We have elite private calls, right? You have private calls only for you. And we have a system that we're building right now. You're going to have an elite. How can I sign up on elite? It's just easy. I'm coming to the point. You have question and answers with our experts anytime, any day. You can just text and they'll answer you right away. They'll help you with that. And then with the research and alerts, we have anything with Forex, everything with crypto, everything with the stock market. And you have special groups only for the elite members to trading. And then, of course, the automations, all the automations that we offer from Crypto Elite to GCAI, Apollo AI, and all the partnerships that we have. Now, can you imagine that all these memberships are one-time payment, but for you to stay the membership active, you can actually access these memberships for $175 a month only. So imagine the difference between somebody that bought a select and an elite is really nothing, just an upfront payment of a little bit more, but the monthly is the exact same thing to keep everything active and to keep you learning and getting access to these. But I actually be one of the best in the industry and the best AIs in the industry. And it's so cool. So cool. So there's 3 memberships: the select, the premium, and the elite. Now, how many of you guys would love to not pay the monthly fee? Let me know in the chat. Like, okay, I may have the beginning part, but why would I pay the monthly fee? Why not just move that? Why not move that? I say a lot of you guys, it's me. Okay. You can be a business owner with us. What if I'll talk about what if you can't afford it in a bit.
No, you can't. No, you cannot be a business owner with them. Joining a multi-level marketing company as a distributor, as a sales rep, which is what they are, it does not make you a business owner. It does not make you an entrepreneur. Entrepreneur means I did that by myself.
You can be a business owner. And listen, I love being a business owner because it allows you to do a lot of things. Be your own boss. Learn all aspects of the business. You can create your own work schedule. And there's a lot of potential tax deductions for everything, right? I'm talking, you can read all this. But why online business today? Because now more than ever, it's time to start an online business, especially if you're on social media. Because already a majority of people are. Majority of people are. So understand this. You have a lot of advantages, huge income and growth potential.
I think I have to stop because I am going to lose my I have no patience for this man today. One thing that I do want to make clear is that, and that I want to start making clear a lot more, is that ANTIMLMs and these types of people who are trying to scam you on the internet, they are going to say nothing. And that's one thing y'all say all the time is, how are they able to say so much without saying anything? They talk so much and they don't even say anything. And you're right. What they do is they'll yell at you, first of all, to try to grab your attention, because yell equals value. No, it doesn't. There's no substance there. But what he's trying to do, and I don't think it really translates too much. It probably would if he was speaking Arabic, because that's his first language, allegedly. So maybe, I don't know, maybe it's just lost in translation there. But what they do a lot of the times, and you'll see them like on stages and do this. On stages, it's so cringy. But when they're speaking, the manner in which they speak is supposed to be captivating without saying anything at all. And it truly is. If you do it well, it's a talent, or it can be at least. So they're going to say as much as they can, and it's not going to have any value at all. See what I even just did there? I repeated what I had already said 3 times, 4 times in this video, but I made it sound more captivating because I'm being loud. I'm making my point. This is my declaration right here that I'm saying right now is my statement. Dramatic pause. And then I'm going to say one more thing, stagger that out, and let you think on it. Then you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to walk it back just a little bit more. And I'm going to tell you maybe not 1, maybe not 2, 3, 4, or even 5 things that you already know. I'm going to keep telling you things that are so nonsensical, however, also common sense. And I'm going to slowly repeat them throughout this entire monologue. I'm going to pause for effect every now and then. And I'm really just going to keep going. And going. And going. But that's the thing, is that during this entire little monologue that I've been doing, I haven't really said anything, have I? I haven't. But due to the way that I'm speaking, it kind of sounds like I'm saying something absolutely revolutionary. So that's what they do on these Zoom calls, on, Instagram, in person. Nauseating, honestly. So I just wanted to make that clear. So I need to take a nap. That was exhausting. He does get into recruiting hardly. All he says is, you don't want to pay that $780 a month? Oh, we'll just recruit 2 people. But you have to recruit 2 people every month to be able to have it make up for that 180. So you're still paying that 180, but you're also making the equal amount of that or a little bit more. So it's like you're still paying. It doesn't cancel it out. Money's still coming from somewhere, so you still have to have that money and be able to pay it. Very interesting. So it's a scam. Be careful. Don't let them get you. A huge thank you again to Surfshark for sponsoring this video, and thank you to you guys for clicking that link. It'll be down below. The code will be on the screen. It already was, but it'll be there again. CCSUAREZ at checkout for 83% off and 3 extra months full free. And thank you again for sponsoring this video, Surfshark, and I will see you guys in my next video, which is gonna be a doozy. I'm just kidding. I don't even know what video it is because I film so out of order and so ahead of time. But anyways, you have a swell day. Stay spicy. Remember how valuable you are, please. Please don't forget that. do I need to be mad at you? Are you grounded? Do you need to be grounded? Don't forget how valuable you are, how pretty you are. Inside and out, you're smart. You're intelligent. You are worth it. Maybe it's Maybelline. No, girl, that's just you. It's all you. Okay, I'm being cringe. Anyways, stay spicy, and I'll see you in my next video. Goodbye.